はい、皆さんこんばんは。本日もお仕事やっていきましょう。あれからですね、文面だけのアーカイブの送信が何個かやってですね、現在またチャットのルームに来ました。何の話ですか？月に1回のセミナーに行くとこなんだよ。セミナーとは？財団は毎月有名人を呼んでお話をしてもらうの。へえ。今日の講演者はトレバー博士だって。財団にとっても人気なんだ。面白そうですね。聞きたいです。今セミナーリンクあるからちょっと待ってね。はいはい。トレーニングシステムへ。現在のコース。私と SCP-1762 ダニエル・トレバー。今回のお話はこのダニエル・トレバーさんのお話を聞くことができるのかな。早速やっていきましょう。面白い。今度は、ね、オンライン会議みたいな感じで講習が受けられるんだ。17いくつ？結構番号があれだね。4桁の番号の SCP なんだ。ムービーが始まった。
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story.
ね、なんかハートフルな話っぽいね。
The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel.
ダニエル。
One day,
あ、絵本みたいな感じ。
nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
水イボとは違うんだよね。感染症なのか。笛の練習？芸術祭のためだって。あの曲すごく難しいんですよって。これが S、あ、なんかこれ D って書いてある。はあ、ページめくりか。
But he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
何これ？いいスタート。ちょっと待って。ちょっと何ちょっと待って、マジ。S F A S D これスペースもあんの？ S D F じゃあ D かこれ。このゲームすげえな。このゲーム本当にすげえ、いろんなことができるんだね。これ本当に SCP のゲームか？動かせる今度は。全然絵のタッチとかね、グラフィックのタッチが変わるから、ガチさんまた違うゲームやってるって言われちゃう。はい。ドラゴンが挟まっていた。いや、ネズミの罠にね。
Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful. The
美しい
only
ドラゴン。
problem
折り紙だった
was
ね。
part of its wing was damaged. But Daniel found a way to repair it.
はい。何急に可愛い絵になった。紙のドラゴンを修復するアイテムを選択。こう、ホチキスと、紙のドラゴンを、なんだろう、ホチキス。うんって言ってるな。あ、これか。あ、はいはいはい。よくわかんないけど。
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air,
はい。
imagining that it soared over all the world below.
これいろんな意味で本当に困惑させられるゲームだね。
He played and played with the paper dragon.
ダニエル君は割とちゃんとした少年ですね。笛の練習もしないで。
In the warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Could it be?
これは
Or is this all just a
夢なのかな。どうした
The
の。
next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old
古いラジオをいじり
radio.
始めました。はい。
Our town is located in the plains where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all
ああ、
inactive.
地震はめったに起こりませんだって。
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
丸めて紙玉がダニエルの足元にこってきましたと。また
Where
紙
did this paper ball come from?
ペーパーボ
Just
ール
as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
ほん。この屋根裏には何かいる。紙玉。ああ、逃げてる。早い早い。ちょっと待って、逃げないで。追い込み量。うわ、早い。逃げる方を予測しなきゃ。こっちだ。なんで捕まえられない。ジャンプはできるけど捕まえることはできないのか。何ボタンで捕まえるんだよ。ちょっと待って、紙待って。
Just as he was about to seize the rolling paper ball, suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it.
おお、スパーク。
Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow, bigger and bigger. At that moment, a red figure
ドラゴンが。
suddenly appeared. The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box.
ドラゴンさんが助けてくれた。
Daniel studied the red figure carefully.
ほん。
It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
ペーパード
I
ラゴン。
wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He
Very
walked
happy.
closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed away. Just then, Daniel had an idea.
はい。もしかして一曲
He
弾くの
took out
か。
his penny whistle
え、
and
俺
slowly
いける
played
か
a
な。
tune.
演奏難しいんだよな。ボタンこれか。はいはい。小指。A は小指。で、薬指。中指。人差し、無理だ。A、S、D。ダメだ。両手でやった方がいいや。S、D。はぁ ?SD F が押せない。 スペース SDF 難しい。ちょっと待って、全然弾けない。 DSS もうこれ片手でやった方がいいな。あ、終わっちゃった。
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound very much.
これ下手すぎてごめん。
With the rhythm, flipping up and down
ダニエル君はまだ笛が得意ではないのだよ。
Who were playing and dancing, just like old friends.
音読ができない、音楽も弾けない。何ができるんだ俺は。あー、神玉になってしまう。
The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
一枚の紙になってきた。はあ。
My cherished friend, after
共に
many long
長い時を経てようやく再会できた。
meet again,
かっこいいな。家族は元気かい？
been a great thing.
素晴らしい演奏をありがとう。ごめんね、下手でごめんね。魂を込めたよ。
How I love the beautiful rhythm
この楽器の妙なる音色が気に入ったよ。妙でごめんね。
we ought to take
今の部屋は不安定だからもっと警備が必要だ。
is not stable.
不安定？
Still remember how the room
部屋をどう使うか覚えてるかい？
welcome to
いつでも訪ねてきてくれ。
time.
部屋？
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic.
なんだ？
Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
はいはい。サインをする。エアビードラゴンズ。
Over the next few days,
それからの
the
数
paper
日、
dragon
カメドラゴンは
came
よ
out
くドラゴン
often
のも
to
とにや
play
ってきた。
with
は
Daniel.
あはあはあはあ。
During this time, Daniel introduced
ダニエ
many
ル
of
も
his
友
friends
達を
to
ドラ
the
ゴンに
paper
紹介しま
dragon.
した。はあ。
That cat's name is Mrs.
猫のミセ
Carter.
ス・カーターだよ。
Ever since I secretly fed her some
あ、
fish for
友達っ
dinner,
て人間じゃないの
we've
か。
been good friends. That's Duke, Mrs. Jessica's pet. He doesn't like
公爵。
rainy days or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages for his taste.
オスだね、おしっこの仕方。
And now we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings as if it didn't understand him.
言葉を理解できてないようです。でもさっき
Well,
喋ってはいないのかね。
since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny?
名前はホイッスル。
I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
いや、演奏。
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
ダニエルとペニ
Play cat.
ー。犬じゃん。あ、かわいい。取ってこい。かわいい犬や。うちの犬もこれやるな。ただね、ちょっと手前で止まって返してくれないんだよね。
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
なんだ？にゃー。ミセス・カーター
The
に。
stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
あれ、地震は起きないんじゃなかったのか
At
よ。
this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls.
たくさんのペーパーボールが。
Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation, and promptly threw them back into the box.
このペーパーボールは何なんだ？
Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped.
地震を起こすのかこれ。
Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost.
うん。
He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle, day in and day out.
毎日笛の練習をしました。 ホイッスルは帰ってこなくなっちゃったの？
As the days went by, Daniel's playing became smoother.
あら。
One day, the box suddenly began to move.
でも煙出ちゃったよ。
Huh?
あれ？
1,
2、3、4。
This time there were 4.
今度は4頭の紙ドラゴンが現れました。
But they weren't
それだけではありません。
Enemies began
たくさんの
to jump
敵
out
も
of
い
the
ま
box
す。
too.
敵って？
Earthquake! Another
マグニチュードで 5.8 ですと。
time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8.
大変だ。
Small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper
激しい戦闘が
balls.
繰り広げていましたと。
This time, the paper balls use new tactics. They clump together into a single
紙の
monstrous
玉が出てく
ball
ると
of
地震が
paper.
起きるの？
It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper
わあ、ドラゴ
dragons
ンが
fell from the
落とされる。
air, one after the other.
大変だ。
Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious.
どうすんのダニエル？
Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power.
うん。
The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through
神
the
玉を破壊しまし
monstrous
た。
paper ball. And then came another paper dragon. The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls.
神玉は何なの？
They struggled to escape back into the box.
段ボールに、集合体になると大きな地震を
The
起こすのか。
sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling
ああ、死んで
shreds
しまっ
of
た。
paper, and a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once.
大丈夫か？青いドラゴンか。青いドラゴンとこっちはホイッスルか？ん？違うか？
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box.
たくさんドラゴンが。
The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the
私の
results
腕は
of his hard work
上
and
がってませんけど
practice.
ね、練習してないからね。嘘でしょ？片手でいきます。はい。D F A S あれ D F S かな S D 早い A S D ずれてる全部F スペース D S A 難しいスペースと F はい ASD あーFSA SD F スペース ASD で S からの S ですよ、 D ですよ、 F ですよ、最後はスペース。はあ、むずい。ここの配置すごく難しい。
In the sweet melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world of dragons.
ドラゴン族の世界にいるような感じがした。ドラゴン、何この世界何？ウサギが。おお、モノホンのドラゴンやん。すげえ、ドラゴンの群れだ。ファンタジー世界のゲームでさ、ドラゴンと戦ったりするけどさ、絶対勝てないよね、あのサイズ。
The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
タクス。
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell.
限界には長い平和と安定が訪れた。
But now, the giants
巨人？
returned. They have launched ferocious attacks, trying to invade your world
部屋を通して君の世界に侵入しようとした。
prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be
これはほ
temporary.
んの一時の別れやって。
We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons
そ
had
うだね。
meant,
何言ってるか分かんない
but he
ね
had a。vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends
新
again.
しい友達はもう会えないということ。
A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered.
水暴走はす
He
っかり
could
治
now play
り
the、penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned.
これ何これ。つか屋根裏でそんな数日間も過ごしてたの？ダニエルたちは。ダニエルたちはじゃない。ダニエルは。
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2!
あれ、また地震が。
Earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople,
めっちゃ地震来るやん、こ
leave
こ。
your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Just then, countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard box.
あ、ドラゴンがやられてる。
It seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
大変だ。
Happening!
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
はい。大変だ。みんな怪我している。どれが助けりゃいいんだ？助けないと。どんどん死んでっちゃう。待ってて。ドラゴンターンたち待ってて。どんどん死んじゃう。あ、消えていく。ドラゴンが消えていく。いや、敵はいいな。あれか。助けられる命と助けられない命がある。やべ、壁が溢れてくる。
But the paper balls swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner. He couldn't move.
ドラゴンを助けられない。
Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed through the room. The figure of a giant slowly
巨人の
emerged
影がゆっ
from
くりと浮かび上がり、
and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura.
この世界に侵食しようとしてんだっけ。
Earthquake is growing stronger! Now the magnitude
unleashed its power maniacally.
エネルギーを放出してきま
Dragons
す。
struggled against it, with no means of fighting back.
攻撃ができない。
At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their bodies
でも
into
突
the
撃しちゃう
giant.
と死んじゃうんだよね、でもね、ドラゴンは。
Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple.
うん。聞いてないのか。
This figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect.
攻撃が効か
And
な
the
い。
giant had only grown stronger. It fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is going stronger still. The greatest disaster
め
is
め
coming.
っちゃ冷静に、冷静じゃないけど、ちゃんと放送してるな、この人。逃げなさいよ、あんた。
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel
ホイッスル。
and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened.
まさか。
Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell
嘘だ
him
ろ。
something, but he didn't quite understand what.
嘘だろ、やめてくれよ。
Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star. At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
ノー。ダメだ。ホイッスルが死んじゃう。
The huge explosion from the impact drowned out everything else in the attic. The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
これを拾うのか。いや、ダニエルさん、それは無理だよ。ちょっとでも最後にお礼を言いに来たのか。いけんのか。あ、翼の部分か、そこが。
Bye, my friend.
悲しい。悲しい。
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
そんな守ってくれたんだ。
A few days later, the art festival was held as scheduled. Daniel attended the show with his penny whistle.
ちょっと俺ここで演奏下手くそな演奏で
will perform a penny
共に飛ぼうよ。
solo of a song titled
あ、一人で弾くの？やべ、最後ね、下手くそだったらどうしよう。ホイッスル見ててくれ、俺の演奏、はあ、君に届けます、私の演奏、はいはい D F S 違う、俺は届けたいんだ。ホイッスルにこの曲を届けたいんだ。弾けてくれ。やばい、思い出やめろ。画面がにじむ。霞んで画面が見えない。涙で霞んで画面が見えないよ。よし、はい、この曲を聴いて届いてるかな。
And that's how the story ends.
い
Now,
や
you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper
ー、いや
dragons in
教
the
授
world?
いい話ですわ。
That's a difficult question to answer. But I believe that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world.
実在したもん
Just
なんだ。
like they promised they would. Forever. Into eternity.
あの箱は本当に実在したんだ。やべえ、泣ける。SCP の中にもこういうのがあるんだ。泣かせに来るとは思わなかったね。池ドラゴン。本当ですね。あの子はどうなったんですか？顔が良かったです。それであの子たちは今どこに？どうなったんですか？SCP-1762 は生異物研究所に保管されている。ダニエル博士はそこの責任者だ。あの箱はずっと動きを見せていない。ゲントさんはどうしてその情報を？セミナーには出ていないと思ってました。うん。ゲントはトレバー博士の下で2年間 SCP-1762 を研究したんだ。だからみんなより詳しいのさ。すごいゲントさん。口が悪いだけじゃない。ふん、あのオブジェクトは性に合わねえって言ってんだろ。ゲントったら。でもあなたが絵本の山の中で資料を整理する姿を想像したら微笑ましいわね。あのオブジェクトは性に合わねえ。どうしたんだ？ここに来て1ヶ月、そうなってたな。1ヶ月になるが、ここの仕事もだいぶ慣れた。資料の整理というが、ちっとも退屈ではない。一部のバカバカしい冗談を除けば、ほとんどの資料はとても興味深い。最近よく誰かが呼ぶような幻聴が聞こえる。声は低くぼんやりとして何かを訴えているようだが、全く意味が理解できない。医者に見てもらおうと思うが、ゾヨよくある新人症候群で数日も経てば治るという。だといいのだが。